Today we present our RECONIZER system, a fully automated threat intelligence and attack surface management software tool. RECONIZER scans and collects data from over 400,000 sources from all three layers of the Internet, public, deep, and dark web, and performs social engineering analysis and cyber intelligence gathering using only with the domain name of our clients. Next, we are going to review the content that makes up the user portal view of our system. On the left side of the screen we have a side menu with 6 options, which will provide us with information obtained from the various scan cycles performed. Initially we will have a main screen that will visually provide us with the relevant information obtained up to that moment. For example, at the top we find the domain name, which we are analyzing. We have the top 5 alerts of the vulnerabilities found, and notifications about the scan cycles carried out and actively running. Below you will find widgets that provide us with information on the total assets analyzed, total vulnerabilities found, and social assets related to the domain name. The system also presents us with the analysis of social engineering and cyber intelligence data to process and generate relevant correlations for the customer's digital assets. At the same time, it presents the list of vulnerabilities found, in this case related to WordPress, Joomla, and other local web applications under development. Remember that RECONIZER discovers the digital footprint of the organization, as a hacker would. The system uses a web intelligence module powered by a search engine with artificial intelligence to collect and analyze data from open sources. The Assets tab will show us the result of the information found in each of the scanning cycles carried out, in more than 400,000 sources from the 3 layers of the Internet. The asset inventory can be exported in CSV and JSON format. People become assets through their interaction with the digital world. Therefore, in this section we will find information on all the people who are related to the scan domain. We analyze corporate and personal email accounts and/or telephone numbers related to the scan domain, since these elements can potentially be used in a social engineering campaign. In the vulnerabilities section, we can obtain the classification and type of vulnerability found, as well as the source where this vulnerability comes from. So far, we have found 858 vulnerabilities in this example. RECONIZER also analyzes the supply chain, that is, organizations potentially connected to your network. We use this information to assess third-party risk potentially posed by these organizations. And finally, we find the section related to attack vectors. It presents us with a very intuitive graph, where we can see 3 colors, according to the status of each of the vectors. In the case of attack vectors expressed in green, it means that the exploitation path is valid. In other words, that root is an active security risk and puts sensitive information of the organization at risk. The vectors marked in red indicate that they are either false positives or that we were stopped by the customer's security apparatus and therefore does not represent a risk to information security. And all those that are gray or black are attack vectors still in the validation process. The user will be able to actively monitor all their information regarding vulnerabilities associated with the organization and domain names provided. The system designs the attack vector to exploit the vulnerabilities identified as security breaches, categorizing each attack vector by its type and level of risk. Finally, the delivery of the reports is included in the service for each client. The report determines the risk, indicated by a standard traffic light rating of each of the vulnerabilities found, the validated attack vectors, their possible exploitation, and suggested mitigation steps for each vulnerability.